friends. My name's Megan.
And I'm Beth.
And we met on Twitter, and now we're friends. And every episode, we get together, we share amazing, fascinating, fabulous things that we have found on Twitter. We've been on a slight hiatus. There's been an injury. She's okay now. It wasn't me.
It was me.
Do you want to tell us a bit about what happened?
Well, I flukily, if that's a word, which it is not.
Flukily.
My kneecap dislocated. And I fell, and I've been on crutches for about a month. So now you know everything about me.
Yay! So you're playing tennis with Beth in the future. Now you'll know why she's wearing a knee brace.
Don't move around too much.
No. Just, is everything okay? Because you're looking at us funny.
Your mic is clicking against that giant necklace.
It is not a giant necklace. It is a beautiful necklace.
We spent a lot of...
Okay, start over.
No, we don't have to start over.
It sounds like ice cubes rattling in a...
Is that okay? Is this better?
It's better.
Jeez. Should we keep going? Let's keep going. I feel okay about it. Are you guys okay about it?
Yes.
Okay, you're first. You go.
All right, my first one. Oh, God, I hate saying that. My first story is from Funny or Die. And they were discussing the new words in the Oxford English Dictionary. Mm-hmm. Some of which include internet acronyms like BFF, OMG, and LOL. They revised over 1,900 words for the new edition of the OED.
Wow. But
the ones I wanted to talk about were some of my favorites, which were muffin top, noun, meep, noun or verb.
What's that mean?
I don't know. There's a list that doesn't have definitions, and I didn't know where to find them. So this is just a list of words that we can look up in the new edition
of
the Oxford English Dictionary.
Excellent. June,
proper noun, is a new word in the dictionary.
Like, how do you spell it?
June. And I have in parentheses the month.
The month, yeah.
Hentai, noun.
Hentai, okay, that's...
And rub-a-dub, verb.
This is so weird. I also saw that they put the heart symbol in the dictionary.
They did. They put less than 3, heart.
But an actual, heart, too. Why?
Oh, I don't know.
Why is there a symbol in the dictionary?
I don't know.
And there's no Canadian dictionary anymore.
Really?
No Oxford Canadian, I think.
I didn't know that.
I should confirm these facts.
We should get a copy and then find all of our favorite words.
We should. LMAO.
LOL.
Are we still...
That was less than 2 minutes.
Really?
You can just go naturally. You don't have to stick to 2 minutes.
I know, but I was expecting.
We're not rolling in commercials at an exact time.
And now,
a message from our sponsor, Cadbury
Cream Eggs.
Okay, mine is from Field Producer. He's a man named Neil. Neil Mann, actually. A man named Neil Mann. This is an amazing video. It is from a BBC television program. I think it's called something like Bizarre ER or something to that effect. It's, no, ER, okay. So essentially what happened was a man went to the emergency room because he super glued a sequin fedora, a little sequin fedora to his head, and then he couldn't get it off.
Amazing.
So I have a video.
Yes,
Shall we watch?
Yes.
Man cannot remove his tiny hat. That's what the video is called. And this guy, he's there with his partner, and his partner, the two of them are killing themselves laughing.
But first, we head to Bradford, where it's the day after Halloween, and one trick-or-treater has ended up in A&E looking a fright.
Very jaunty hat.
Sean Murter and his partner Lee are in A&E after Sean took last night's fancy dress theme a step too far.
I dressed up for Halloween last night and super glued this hat.
Yes, you did hear him right.
It's the tiniest hat ever.
To his head.
I had fabric glue which is washable, but it wasn't sticking, so in a mad moment I decided to use super glue.
On hand to help Sean out of his bizarre bonnet is
essentially, they
Dr.
couldn't do anything for him at the ER. There's no solvent or anything that you can use to remove super glue from skin. So he had to soak it and just sort of wait for it to come off. So he had it on his head. So they cut the actual hat part off. So he was
just
left
had, like,
with
a
just
circle.
a ring, which looked even worse.
A sequin
Like,
ring.
why wouldn't you bring a wool cap or something to cover? And he's like, I work in a clothing store. How can I go to work? Well, wear a bigger hat, maybe. But
Just wear a hat on top of the tiny hat.
That be a lesson. Any of you are thinking of super gluing
super glue.
tiny sequin fedoras to your head, skip it.
From For Design You Trust, which is actually Design You Trust, but they have a number 4 in front of their Twitter name. They posted some really cool pictures of subway cars being tossed into the sea.
What?
Because they
Obviously.
can be used for coral reef, like the reef generation they can stick to the material and stuff, so they just throw the old subway cars into the ocean and create coral reefs. It's super cool, and the pictures are amazing. Very dramatic one of a
Wow.
subway car being tossed into the ocean.
But what happens when the subway car hits the bottom of the ocean? Doesn't it destroy?
I don't think
Coral
there is anything there at the moment. I think things attach themselves to the structure of the subway. I think it's like sand, and then because there's sort of outcroppings or whatever, then a reef can be created
Really?
on top of something. You know, like the
Yeah,
different
yeah.
creatures stick to stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about, but
It sounds
it
right.
makes sense.
I believe
It makes
it.
sense.
Where
Yeah.
are they doing this? What part of the world? Because I doubt there's a lot of coral in like the...
It doesn't actually say. It just says... I had to do a little bit of extra research on this, but this particular article just says, it's a spectacular and almost surreal sight, discarded subway cars getting tossed into the sea. Over a course of 2.5 years, Stephen Malton took photos of New York City's subway cars as they found a new home and a renewed purpose.
As
And then I
ocean
did
garbage.
secondary research to find out. And Ryan actually said that they're for coral reefs. And they were.
Isn't that interesting? I love when stuff like that works out.
It's the weirdest thing, though. Who would have...
I know.
Made that
How did
connection.
they ever figure it out?
We have
in the
all these
first
old
place?
subway cars that we can't use, and we need to create more coral reefs.
Shipwrecks.
Yeah.
Fish habitats are created.
And they realized that the material was the similar.
Is it not coral reefs? Is it just fish habitats?
I think they can create reef.
The whole
depending on
shebang.
where
An
it is.
ecosystem, as it were.
You know what they should do is manufacture tiny little subway cars for goldfish bowls now.
Fish habitat.
Yeah, tie it all together. Okay, so I have a prop. I have my first prop. My
Hooray.
first Twitter Friends prop. It's related to this story. Okay, this just came out today. It was tweeted by the Toronto Star. The FBI needs your help. So, okay, this is the coolest thing ever. I shouldn't say that because someone was killed. But okay, so
Oh,
awkward. Okay, so a man was killed 12 years ago. A 41-year-old man. His body was found. In his pockets were 2 notes that he used to write in ciphers all the time. He sort of was a high school dropout, but was functionally literate and used to write in codes since he was little. The cryptology department of the FBI and the American Cryptology Association or something both have tried to crack this code, but they can't. So now what the FBI is saying, hey, public, please have a look, and if you can figure it out, then please let us know. So this is what they look like. It's sort of this very, you probably can't see anything, but we'll show it on the screen. I printed it out because I'm going to try to crack the code, because obviously experts can't, so I will be able to.
It's happened before.
It's just sort
Are
of
these
this-
your notes?
Those are my notes. No
No
J's.
J's. No K's.
No K's,
Q's.
no Q's. Like they wouldn't have noticed that. But it's so interesting, and I have these visions of... Because I imagine what will happen is whoever cracks this code will be approached by the FBI for a super special job. And they'll become
Super special code breakers?
code cracker agents.
Probably,
Right?
of
And probably
course.
get a lot of money for
Yeah,
that.
and you can maybe have a movie made of
Maybe
you.
have a movie made of you. Absolutely.
Like the Zodiac one. That was a code breaking, right?
I don't remember.
What?
The Zodiac
Maybe.
killer thing. I don't know. Anyway,
So they're trying to find out what these notes were. Not because they're necessarily certain this is going to lead to who killed him, because it's still an open case, but it's a cold case by now. But they just sort of think no matter what was in these notes, it'll give some indication of what he was up to a few days before his murder. And
But they know for sure that his codes were decipherable? Like,
yes,
in the past?
I think so. But anyway.
Interesting.
So neat.
I would also like to try.
Try, and if you figure it out, let us know. And if I figure it out, I'll tell you on an upcoming episode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know if you heard, but the Bronx Zoo recently lost
yes!
an Egyptian cobra, misplaced an Egyptian cobra.
Yes.
So, my recommended follow is Bronx Zoo's cobra. It's a cobra out on the town, and he tweets about what is going on in New York as he slithers through
I love that.
in freedom. My favorite one so far is holding very still in the snake exhibit at the Museum of Natural History. This is gonna be hilarious.
Did you see that your friend the honey badger has also started tweeting?
No.
Yeah, so the honey badger, which we referenced in a previous episode, I don't remember which one, there's now a fake honey badger account, and they are sort of because
course.
the honey badger
Right.
attacks the snake in the video, so they are sort of like the honey badger tweets about how he's going to find this cobra and so
I'm
forth.
gonna make a note of that.
It all comes together. My recommended follow is Lindy West, who is the Lindy West on Twitter. And she is a film critic, I suppose, a writer for The Stranger in Seattle. And she is really hysterical. And I first discovered her when she wrote the most brilliant, scathing review of Sex and the City 2. And it was so hysterical. And I've been following her ever since. And she's very, very funny and very, very smart. And she likes movies just like me. And you.
And all of
And
us.
all of you. Thanks so much for joining us. Oh, this is our 10th episode. Happy 10th anniversary.
Hooray!
Yay! Join us next time. We'll probably be wearing the same clothes.
Maybe.
And we'll see you later.
Bye.